Of course, the investigation has just started into what happened to Asiana Flight 214, causing it to crash at the San Francisco airport, leaving 2 dead.
Right now, investigators are focusing on the plane's speed. They say it was going too slow when it approached the runway. They're looking at pieces of the plane that ended up in the San Francisco Bay and investigating whether the pilot's relative lack of experience had anything to do with it all. Back here in West Michigan today, we spoke with a local expert, a pilot who flew into San Francisco dozens of times, who told us what he thinks was to blame.
24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson's in Battle Creek.
Even in a flight simulator, you can see just how many decisions and how many different things a pilot has to pay attention to in order to land successfully, which is why we learned today you can't stop paying attention for even a second.
When you saw what happened this weekend as a pilot, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
Got chills, goosebumps. Sounds terrible. Glad it wasn't me.
Captain Dave Powell, now the Dean of Western's College of Aviation, used to fly 777s for United. He says his goal and the goal of every airline pilot is to have a boring career, one with no accidents like Saturday's tragedy at San Francisco, one where no planes or people get hurt.
You know, every time you see an accident, especially as a pilot, you kind of put yourself in that place and you think, well, what? If that had been me, what could have caused that, and how would you have prevented it?
According to initial reports from the NTSB and Powell's decades of experience as a pilot, he thinks that the Asiana airplane crash was probably due to human error. The plane seemed to be coming in too slow and too low to land safely, he says, and by the time the crew realized the error, it was too late.
Something happened today or yesterday that got them out of their normal sequence, or they got behind so much that they just couldn't keep up. And why they made a late decision to do a go-around, I don't know.
Because just like when you're behind the wheel of a car, even a distracted pilot for 5 seconds can be the difference.
Because they pay pilots a lot of money. Pilots are highly trained to make a mistake, but unfortunately everybody makes mistakes, including pilots.
People here we spoke to at the College of Aviation say they'll be paying very close attention to the NTSB's final report. In Battle Creek, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.